Okay.
Are you all there?
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Madam, important question.
Letter. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, very good afternoon, all of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So today we'll start one of the other topics of that same unit, Derek Walcott's Dream on Monkey Mountain. Okay, right. So here, open the page number 149, please. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Page number 149.
Yes, sir. Open.
Please, start the reading of introduction about the
Topic.
yeah. Fine. Okay. Yeah. Read one of you, please. Hello.
Yes.
Which one? What do you want us to read, sir?
Derek Walcott's Dream on Monkey Mountain, page number 149. Start reading of the first paragraph.
Sir, on page 149, I see.
Pardon?
Ma'am, it's paper 3. Paper 3. Please take paper 3.
Yes, okay.
A direct Walt's play Dream on Monkey Mountain 1967 reflects in its plot and themes while being critical of the radical mode where Naples in a free state 1971 and Borealis 1975 examine the implications of the withdrawal of British power, the conflict, the confusion which followed, and the effect of the indirect American imperialism on the view on the new nations. Sir, shall I continue?
Yeah. See here, as you all know that the playwright Derek Walcott's Dream on Monkey Mountain reflects in its plot and themes while being critical of a radical move. Here we have V.S. Naipaul's In a Free State, 1971, and Guerrillas, 1975. Examines the implications of the withdrawal of British power, the confusions which followed, and the effects of indirect American imperialism on the new nations. So here, if you look at the background of this post-colonialism, and here in Dream on Monkey Mountain, the playwright had mentioned that how we have to fight against the colonizer. Hello, one of you unmuted, please. Who is this? Hello.
No, teacher.
Who is this? Who is this boy? Who is shouting at? Hello.
Yes, sir.
No.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
No. Who are you?
This Iqbal Pareen, who is this?
What is this nonsensical doing? Is he a student?
Yes, sir. You can go ahead.
Please mute your device. Then only will be continued the lecture. Yeah. So here in this Dream on Monkey Mountain, the playwright had tried to bring the post-colonialism and its relevance in the third world countries like India. And here it is an example of the increased communication with the modern world, that the radicalism and the neo-nationalism of the late 1960s and early 70s existed throughout most of the Commonwealth. So here, Commonwealth, as well as the post-colonialism are similar. And here you can see that the writer had the influence of the Commonwealth literature as well as post-colonialism to show his concerns against the British Empire, against the colonialism. Here in this Dream on Monkey Mountain, in Africa, radicalization and anger are noticeable in Soyinka's novel Season of Anomy, 1973, Play Death and the King is a Horseman, 1975, and poem Ogun Abiban, 1976. So like that here, we have literary texts by Derek Walcott, similarly other writers. Walcott has become increasingly conscious of the life of St. Lucian community, which he has left, where others have sought their roots in Africa or have identified with the black urban slum dweller. Walcott sees the poor French-influenced Catholic black community of St. Lucia as his home. So here, the writer had that kind of painful experience of the colonizers, as and when he had that kind of influence of the colonial power, and then here he wishes to write this Dream on Monkey Mountain. What the Pillite says, an overture which prefaces Dream on Monkey Mountain and Other Place 1970, is partly an analysis of West Indian culture from the period preceding independence until the Black Power movement of the late 1960s. So this is what here the background of the play. And here he mentions that my generation had looked at life with black skins and blue eyes, but only our own painful, strenuous looking, the learning of looking could find meaning in the life around us. Only our own strenuous hearing, the hearing of our hearing, could make sense of the sounds we made. What is needed is the acceptance of being West Indian, he says, so that mongrel as I am, something prickles in me when I see the word Ashanti as with the word Warwickshire, both separately intimating my grandfather's roots, both baptizing this neither proud nor ashamed bastard, this hybrid, this West Indian. So here, writer had the background of his forefathers, and then he had that kind of oppression of the colonizer, and then he wishes to explore that kind of invisible exploitations as well as that representation of the community from this kind of background. So here, in a contrast, the governments of the islands promoted a folk art which has become sterile and artificial. The folk culture of the past cannot be resurrected. The black power intellectuals mimic foreign revolutions in urging the people to acquire pride, which meant abandoning their individual dignity. Even the fury of the intellectual was artificially generated by an imitation of foreign metropolitan anger. So here, if we look at all these, aspects of dream on monkey mountain, then the playwright had tried to bring multiple aspects of self-respect, dignity, and here a play, is a dream, one that exists as much in the given minds of the principal characters as in that of writer. So here, through the use of dream and fantasy, time and space are treated freely and poetically. So here, if you look at the poetry of John Keats, then you will see that nightingale. Is it a vision or a wake? So when we look at that kind of dream and its expansion of, the time, as well as, here the writer had tried to explore the dream. So here, if we look at that kind of a dream and fantasy, time and space are treated freely and poetically. So in a dream, we all think that with our imagination to escape from the reality of our suppression, oppression, exploitation. For instance, hello, can you hear me? Hello, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For instance, if you look at romanticism,
Yes, sir.
romantic poetry is also with this kind of background that to escape from the reality. Romantic age had that kind of criticism that they are escapists from the reality. So similarly here, what is a dream? Dream is a fantasy and it is a short span of time and space are treated freely and poetically. That means here all of us know that how our psychological upheavals, ups and downs. You are with the ego and super ego. So you are conscious, subconscious, and unconscious. So when you are dropping into the dream, you have the imagination to go away from the sordid realms of your life into the dream and coming back to the reality. So then you see that how you are going away from the reality of the suppression and oppression and exploitation of individual as well as the society. And then when you are into the dream of that fantasy, a short span of time, you will be a poet with the wings of poesy. I want to fly upon the wings of my poesy. So here you can see that a dream narrative can enable the reader to go away from the reality. So in that imagination, he may feel that, a dream on a monkey mountain. So similarly here, he had mentioned that kind of dream on a monkey mountain. Why a dream on monkey mountain where there is no any kind of other human beings, where you can see the peace, where there is no any kind of rule bound society. So here, if you look at that kind of dream on monkey mountain, which always shows that separation from the civilization and which is away from the barbarians and the structure of suppression. So here, the writer had tried to engage the dream on a monkey mountain to show that how people wish to go away from the real world, but they will be chased by the society. So here, voodoo song, dance, and masquerade contribute both to the sense of African heritage and help to fulfill demands that Trinidadian arts make use of local props and atmosphere. So here, if the surface characteristics of the play are consciously West Indian, it should be realized that the masquerading changes of identity, rapid dissolutions of scene and fantasy world owe as much to the example of Jean Genet and conventions of the modern Western theatre as they do to a search for authenticity. Walcott remains a cosmopolitan while contributing to the search for a regional theatre. So here, when you look at this kind of background of this play, then you know how he had established that kind of dream on a monkey mountain, and he wishes to bring that whatever the concerns of separation to the modern regional theatre, and to contribute that kind of aspects which are against the colonial hegemony. And here the playwright had tried to establish the identity politics with this kind of dream on Monkey Mountain. And here if you look at African sources of folk society and the availability of Africa as a replacement for European literature, the treatment of ritualistic possession and its failure show Walcott's belief that a spiritual return to Africa can only be a dream for West Indians. So here, the way how he wishes to show that kind of spiritual return to Africa can only be a dream for West Indians. So here, if we look at dream begins with a prologue. So here, the play opens in a small jail on an unmanned West Indian island. Okay, so here you look at the play how it opened, in a jail where there is no any kind of autonomy, and the jail shows here that the suppression and oppression. So here we have a handful of characters. In this, we can find out how this dream on Monkey Mountain introduces the a small jail, and here the other characters will see Corporal Lestrade arrests Mocock for being drunk and disorders. Okay, so here you look at the way how the opening scene with the jail and the imprisoned man was a drunkard and an uncivilized barbarian, and he was arrested by Corporal Lestrade. And here we have the small characters. Their name is Tigri and Sauri, or the fellow prisoners in the next cell. So if you look at the characters in introduction in the part 1, that one is Makak, who was imprisoned because of his disorderly nature, and a drunkard and uncivilized barbarian, and who is a black, and who was arrested by the Corporal Lestrade, who is a policeman. And here the fellow prisoners, Tigri and Sauri, both of them are there in the same prison as a fellow prisoners. So here we have one more character, Lestrade, condemns the black prisoners as animals and savages, cannibals, and niggers. So if you look at this kind of aspect of the colonial hegemony, as we have the British Empire, how they viewed us as blacks, niggers, and good for nothing, barbarians, uncivilized, because their nature is to humiliate the Indians. So similarly here in this drama, you will see that. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So here, during the colonial time, British, empire. For instance, if you look at William Bentinck, Lord Macaulay, they introduced English, and then they suppressed our mother tongue and the education system, and they treated us slaves, and with that kind of humiliation, exploitation. So similarly, in this jail, Makak and his nature was good as a human being, but because of his uncivilized nature, that he was a drunkard and a disorderly man, and then Corporal Lestat arrests him and puts him in a jail. So the way how the slaves were treated by the colonial power, and this kind of uncivilized nature by the Corporal Lestat. So this is what in a prologue you will see this kind of introduction of the characters, as well as the slave versus the master. And here Lestat asks Makak for basic information. Where are you from? How what is your job, and the way how what is your identity? So here a policeman always questions with this kind of rule, order, and the way he always tries to find out the identity of Makak. So here it is very common in our day-to-day contemporary society that how police always with that kind of upper hand in against a common man, a poor man. If you look at a poor man, suppresses his identity because he cannot do anything. So here, if you look at that kind of the structure with the suppression in terms of a police, and the way how the imprisoned black here, Makak, who is with this kind of suppression, submissive nature, and he was asked by Corporal Lestat, who is a policeman, and here you will see that kind of identity politics and how the man suffered. So Lestat always tries to suppress him, and he always tries to treat him with that kind of uncivilized nature. So here, when you look at the way treatment of the Corporal Lestat as a policeman, as a master against the slave. So here, Lestat orders Makak to do some acts which Makak performs like an app. So here, as we all know that the way how during the colonial time British Empire treated us blacks, uncivilized, and barbarians, and we have richness of our culture and tradition, but we were made to become slaves of the colonial empire. So similarly in this jail, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here Makak, who is a black and arrested by Corporal Lestat, and then the question of identity, is with this kind of strategy of power politics. So what is your caste, and where are you from, and maybe other things of the family and all. So here the ill-treatment of this power structure shows that how the colonial empire always tries to treat the indigenous people, treat the people of the colonial time with this kind of strategy of the suppression. So this is what here Makak had the that kind of suppression, and he asked by Lestat to act like an ape, as a monkey. So if you look at the way how Makak is with this kind of suppression and oppression in the prison, and then Lestat, Corporal Lestat, with the kind of superiority as a white man, and then as a police administrator, they always in against the people who are from this background of this Africa. Okay, Okay, so this is what here. If we look at the way how this prologue is this kind of introduction, and he here Makak describes his vision of a white woman who informs that he is a descendant of an African warrior king. So here, when you look at this kind of strategical narration of Derek Walcott in this Dream on Monkey Mountain, that how he develops the structure of the play. With the introduction of the jail and a prisoner, and the way how a black is with this kind of treatment of the savage and as animal by the corporal state. So here, if you look at this kind of background of this play, that Dream on Monkey Mountain always shows that kind of suppression and the escape from the exploitation. So that is what here Derek Walcott mentioned, that dream which will makes these suppressed people free from the exploitation of the empire, of the colonizer, of the police administrator. So like that here, if you look at the prologue with this kind of introduction of the characters, here we have one corporal Lestrade and the other one is Makak and his fellow prisoners Tigri and Sauris. So here we have a handful of characters, but this drama shows that kind of post-colonialism to show that how the repression and the people's exploitation by the colonizer. So this is what here we can see how here Makak had that kind of a vision of his personal life, that he was the descendant of an African warrior king. So this is what how the prologue had introduced, and then we'll come to the scene one. It is a flashback to Monkey Mountain, and here Makak and Moustic introduced. So here in scene one, the way how it is stretched from the prologue to scene one, and Makak was with his friend Moustic, and here with that kind of their friendship, and then you will see that the way of life of the Moustic, who is a materialist, and here Makak does not have any kind of that superficiality of his identity. So when they are with this kind of spirituality and material life, then you will see that how Moustic represents the romanticization and that kind of life which does not have any kind of purpose, which does not show any kind of resistance against the colonizer. But in case of Makak, you will see that how he is in the reality and he is against the colonizer. So here, this is what the way how this kind of Dream on Monkey Mountain had the flashback in the scene one, and Moustic, who is extremely materialistic and who always into that kind of his life with the romanticization. So here you can see that Makak's vision about the monkey mountain, as well as Makak tells that he should act as a redeemer to head his people for back to Africa. Okay, so here the way how Makak shows the path to go back to Africa, not to have any kind of exploitation or any kind of ill treatment by the British Empire or colonial hegemony. So here Makak is with this kind of stand that how he wished to lead the people towards the Africa, back to Africa. So here Moustic, however, decides to accompany his leader here Makak Okay, so when you look at the scene one and before that the prologue in the jail, that how it is reopens the flashback of their whatever the concerns of homeland, and how they were suppressed and exploited by the colonizer, and then they wish to go back to their homeland. So here in scene one we had the macaque and moustic, and here the way how they are with this kind of their stand of their reality, as well as that kind of the life which is one side a purposeful as well as a goal oriented, and the other side, if you look into this one moustic, who is just a person with the materialist and extra materialist. So this is what here in scene one we can see that the way how the characters were introduced, and the way how they had that kind of life of their own. But here macaque is portrayed as a leader, and who wishes to take his people back to Africa, because he wishes to liberate the people from the colonizer. So this is what we can see in scene one. And scene two, macaque descends from monkey mountain, act like Jesus healer. So for instance, if you look at the way how in second scene shows that macaque who is a liberator, like a omnipotent God like Jesus, and who wishes to descend from monkey mountain to act like a healer of his own people. So here when we look at these kind of all these aspects, then we can see that dream on monkey mountain with these all aspects shows that the liberation of the blacks from the whites, and they're going back to homeland, shows that this kind of insurgency as well as resistance against the colonial empire. So in scene two here, macaque with this kind of stand that he wishes to take his people against the colonizer to his homeland. And here moustic, who is extremely materialist, and who collects the money and food from the people of that market. So here when you look at this kind of aspect of extremely materialist person, here moustic, who does not have any kind of purpose of living, who always in that kind of reality of living without any kind of suppression, and he never and ever cares anything of the colonial power and all. So like that here you will see in scene two macaque as a healer like Jesus, and here moustic, who is with this kind of extremely materialist world. And in scene one with this kind of stand, that the way how macaque moustic or with this kind of their personal life. So here when you look at the way how all these aspects of the dreamer monkey mountain, that the characters are from this kind of background of Africa, as well as they were treated by the colonizer against the humanity, and that kind of rights of the Africans. So this is what in scene one and scene two we can see that how the characters were introduced. In scene two, here we'll see that how all these aspects which are with the whatever the concerns of macaque and his leadership with that kind of his background. So here when we look at the act the scene 2 and 3, then we can understand how macaque who is a healer, and here his friend moustic wishes to act like macaque, but here in the marketplace he was brutally killed by the people. So here, when we look at this kind of all these aspects of the scene tree, that the way how Mostik was killed brutally by the people, because here he is extremely materialist and who wishes to collect the money from other people of that market. As and when, if we look at the way how this dream on Monkey Mountain stretched into the scenes, and for this characters and their concerns of personal life and social consciousness. So here, the way how Derek Walcott had tried to establish that kind of slave versus master, okay, and good versus bad. And here the way how Makak, who is stand of as a leader and healer of his own people. So this is what how the act here scene 1, scene 2, and scene 3 are presented with this kind of all the aspects. So here, when we look at that Dream on Monkey Mountain, the way to understand the power politics of the colonizer, and how it is a reactionary against the colonizer, and other side it is return to roots. So reactionary nativism and returns to roots. That is what here we can see how this Dream on Monkey Mountain shows that all these aspects which are part of the post-colonialism, which are making sense of the resistance, retaliation against the colonizer. So here Makak as a protagonist, leader, and the healer like Jesus, and here when he was questioned by Corporal Lestrade, that shows how his identity questioned, how identity politics are shows that kind of suppression, oppression by the colonizer, by the master. So this is what here when we look at Dream on Monkey Mountain from this kind of background, that the way how he was imprisoned and ill-treated by the colonizer, and the way how he was asked to perform as or to act as a animal, as a ape. The monkey, how it acts to show its nature. So similarly here, master is with this kind of upper hand. Always he wishes to treat with this kind of uncivilized nature, barbarians, that kind of whatever the structure. So this is what we can see the way how Makak he feels that Corporal Lestrade is also imprisoned from the insider's point of view. Actually here Makak was imprisoned by Corporal Lestrade, but here Makak also wishes to take the revenge against the Corporal Lestrade, that he feels he was imprisoned by the African people, by the blacks. So here, if you look at the prison of the two people, both of them are there in the prison. So here, it is not the jailer is free or else the imprisoned. Here, both of them are in the prison. So this is nothing but the resistance and retaliation of the post-colonialism. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, for instance,
Yes,
since it is a virtual
Here,
class, you just try to understand. If we are all in a physical classroom, that means in a classroom of 4 walls, what do you think that a faculty is free from the classroom? but he is. You should feel that he is also in the classroom. That not only as students in the classroom. Are you able to understand my point?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So here, jailer and the imprisoned man, both of them are in the same platform. He is one side, the other side. Man feels that he is also imprisoned, like him. Are you able to understand my point here?
Yes, sir. They are in the same. They are in the same premises.
Yes, same premises, but here Makak, who is a protagonist, also feels that the jailer is also in jail from that side. Are you able to understand now? So here there is a difference between the jailer and the prisoner. Okay, imprisoned Makak, but here whoever in the jail also feels that jailer is also in a jail like him. Are you able to understand? So this is what post-colonialism retaliates, takes that kind of revenge against the colonizer, against the conventional order of the British Empire. So here in a classroom, a lecturer is against the students. Similarly, the students should feel that the lecturer is also like them in a classroom. Okay, is it true or not? So this is what here Makak, also feels that Corporal Lestrade as a jailer is also imprisoned by him. So this is what the way how it is nothing but a retaliation in terms of the post-colonialism. So we can see that a reactionary nativism and return to roots here in Dream on Monkey Mountain. Each and every scene says that the way how Makak claimed to have experienced a dream in which he asserted that he was the direct descendant of African kings, a healer of leprosy, and the savior of his race. So this is what here how Jesus was crucified, and here he also feels that he is the descendant of African kings when he was questioned by Corporal Lestrade. So this is the way you can understand how the scene 1 and the scene 2 of the continuation of that, and then we will see that the way how Derek Walcott had tried to bring the counter discourse, combating forces against the hegemony. So here you can see that how all these aspects of the scene 1 and scene 2 and 3, and then here in scene 3, masks of barbarous gods appear to a clamor of drums, sticks, and the chant of a tribal song. A procession of various chiefs and the wives of Makak appear dressed in shining tribal costumes, and they chant to the beating of drums. So as I told you, in a drama with this kind of drums as well as music, and then songs for that chorus and dance. So like that here, the chorus and various sings the praises of Makak and say that he has scattered his enemies like grain in the wind. So here, if you look at this kind of saying that Makak, who is the healer of leprosy and his people, and who is a liberator of the blacks, and in the chorus, Makak scattered his enemies like grain in the wind. Page number 161. Look at page number 161. Hello, students.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, page number 161. Page number 161 in scene 3. In a chorus of that song with the beating of drums and music, Makak here represents the leader of his own people, and he scattered the enemies like grain in the wind. The protagonist is carried on a magnificent litter and made to sit on golden stool. Corporal is also dressed in colorful tribal robes, and Sauri stands behind. The tribute to Makak is in full swing and reads thus. So here you will see that Corporal Lestate also wishes to become like blacks in a tribal robes. So you will see that the master also himself disowned his identity as a master, because Makak's concerns which are with this kind of humanity, equality. And here if you look at the tribute to Makak is in full swing and reads thus: who has held captive, who has bridled the wind, who has fathered the brood of the crocodile, whose eyes is the sun, whose plate is the moon at its full, whose sword is the moon in the crescent, praise him. They also refer to his fine qualities of her. So if we look at scene 3 with this kind of phrase of Makak, and even his enemy Corporal Lestate, which disowns his identity as master, and master he also with them to show that kind of humanity. And we can see that how the aspects of equality as well as realization. And then Corporal suggests that here that the way to understand how this dream on Monkey Mountain shows that kind of presence, appeal, pathetic appeal for the giveness of the apparition is brought in on seeing is Makak says, who are you? Why have you caused me all this pain? Why are you silent? Why did you choose me? Oh God, I was happy on Monkey Mountain. Here you look at the way how here in the third scene that he shows when he was on Monkey Mountain. There was no such kind of suppression, oppression, depression, and he was like an animal, and no one touched him to suppress him. And here, if you look at that, the way how here to understand the identity politics of civilized and uncivilized, master versus slave. So here when we look at all these, then we can understand all the aspects of the dream on Monkey Mountain. And here when you look at the way how the protagonist had tried to establish is whatever the aspects of all these, to understand how Derek Walcott had the kind of multicultural aspect of Caribbean identity. As we have seen the Caribbean literature in yesterday's class, and then today here we have the Dream on Monkey Mountain, and here way Derek Walcott wishes to embrace the hybrid origin or multicultural aspect of Caribbean identity. So here we can see that how Makak had that kind of imprisonment and when he was questioned by the jailer, about his identity and all. And then here, Makak, wishes to claim that he is, from the African roots. But eventually, we can see that the way how, it was stretched into the native visionary, and it is, returned to his native land. And then here you can see that the Western, civilization, with its important characters, is eventually, sentenced to death. So this is what finally, we can see how, the, characteristic features of Derek Walcott, in his drama of the post-colonialism, as well as how, it is with the, schizophrenic psyche of a colonized native. So here we can see that how, colonial power always terrorizes and timids the people from this kind of, inhuman treatment of the police mind. And here we can see that kind of, psychological disorder of Makak, and the way how he was imprisoned unnecessarily. He was, ill-treated, and asked him to act like a monkey. So this is what here, that how justice versus injustice. And here how corporal estate, to show his power politics on the, people of that place. And then here the way we can understand all these, aspects from this post-colonial point of view, as well as that, retaliation and literature of resistance. And here we can understand how, this multicultural, Caribbean, elements were used in this drama to show the kind of, aspects from the, colonial versus the, post-colonialism. So this is what here, yeah, we can see how, Derek Walcott has, with this kind of resistance, as well as representation of his, narrative structure of this drama. So we can see that the, drama, has its, historical background, as well as it has this kind of, concerns of the post-colonialism. So this is what, here in this Dream on Monkey Mountain, how, the suppressed and oppressed people wishes to draw from that kind of, their identity, as well as how they wishes to go back to their, hometown or motherland, and how they wish to have their own, family, as well as the culture and the society. So here, when we look at that, the way how Makak questions, corporal estate, who are you? Who are you? Why have you caused me all this pain? Why are you silent? Why did you choose me? Oh God, I was happy on Monkey Mountain. So here, the way how, the depressed voice of Makak shows that he wishes to go back to that Monkey Mountain, where there he can live freely without any kind of change of the barbarian society. So if you look at his friend, how he was an extremist, in his material world, and the way how he was killed in a marketplace, brutally he was attacked by the people. So here, when we look at how, the people of the marketplace, they never and ever try to treat a person with the humanity. They wish to kill a person who has this kind of background. So this is the way to understand how the civilized society is quite against the people who are tribes who are from that kind of cultural background of their history. So here, when we look at the tribals from the forest, when they will come to city, they will be ill treated, that they are nomads, negritudes, and barbarians, uncivilized and cultureless vultures. But here in this dream on Monkey Mountain, that how they again go back to their homeland, where there is a fresh air, and pollution free, and where there is no one can instruct them to live according to the colonizer. So this is what how in this drama of post colonialism, Derek Walcott had tried to bring the combating forces against the colonial power politics, against that kind of identity politics, as well as the hegemony. So here he wishes to demolish the instructions of the civilized society, as well as he wishes to generate that kind of identity of the equality among the slave as well as the master. So he wish to show that kind of aspect which is from this kind of background and the culture, tradition, and the way how they are uncorrupted from their native land. They do not have any kind of hatred. They are the philanthropists, and they are with the humanity, and they do not like to harm anybody. But they were treated by the colonizer that they are animals, savages, prisoners, and they are good for nothing. But here, if you look at this dream on Monkey Mountain, that the way how Derek Walcott had tried to establish the native culture against the non-native colonizer. So here, for instance, hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here, if you look at James Baldwin, as he said that, who made you to humiliated? Who asked you to feel humiliated? So here, if you feel inferior, then you are good for nothing. So, who asked you to feel inferior? No one. But you yourselves with the inferiority complex feel that you are, that means here, the way how it is a counter argument, and it is a resistance against the master. That is what you can see, the way how Corporal Lestrade against Macaque, and how Macaque also questions that the way to retaliate, the way to go back to his native land and return to roots. So this is what here in this dream on Monkey Mountain, that a dream which is of imagination and fantasy and a time and a place, and it's a free from that kind of civilized society. So when we look at the scene 1, 2, and 3, that how Derek Walcott had introduced the characters which are very simple and which are with this kind of slavery and master, as well as the way how the representations of both the identities shows that one is superior, the other one is inferior. But here he had the kind of touch of the pain and pleasure of his native culture to transform the society from gutter to great heights, to treat the tribals and Adivasis with the equality, as well as with that kind of humanity. So here, when we look at the part 1 and part 2 of this drama, then we can see how scene 1, scene 2, and scene 3, as well as the way how a charcoal burner, who is which is occupation as a charcoal burner, and how he led a life of his cultural and traditional representation, and how he was imprisoned by the modern society with the police administration. So this is what here, when we look at all the aspects of this drama, that Derek Walcott had tried to show that the post-colonialism, which is the representation of resistance, as well as the kind of counter discourse and combating forces of the both the parties, as well as how it leads to that kind of society where there is no any kind of suppression, oppression, exploitation in the name of caste, creed, or any kind of identity. So this is what here how a dream is on the Monkey Mountain, where there is that kind of peace, as well as that kind of beauty of the nature and uncorrupted people. And here, if you look at the way how the aspects of each and every scene, and its representation shows that Derek Walcott had tried to establish that kind of equality among the natives and non-natives, to say that how it is the representation of that emancipation or equality. So here, when we look at all these aspects from the post-colonialism, then we can understand how the colonial empire always tries to show his power politics to his survival, for the existential power politics, and they may try to civilize the people, but they always tries to suppress as well as divide and rule the natives of the Africa or India or somewhere else where there is this kind of colonizer rule is there. So here we can see that how macaque is a representation of God and the healer as Jesus, and a leader of the oppressed. And here he says that I has allowed thee, Africa of my mind. I received thee, because I hated of myself, my eclipse. But now in the heart of the forest, at the foot of Monkey Mountain, I kiss your foot, Monkey Mountain. I return to this, my mother. So here he wished to go back to his motherland, where there is this kind of peace, pollution free, and the way how animals in the forest are with that kind of their livelihood, and they are with that kind of civilized nature to treat equally among the animals. Maybe there are lions and tiger, but here how a monkey which is free to go wherever it wants, to live and to have that kind of happiness in the forest. So similarly here, the protagonist also had tried to establish that forest as the mother, as well as it has that kind of an abundance of the beauty of the nature. And here the protagonist wishes to go back to that kind of forest, where there is no any kind of law, where there is no any kind of conventional order, where there is no any kind of institution to instruct anyone. So here in a civilized society, there are no violation of laws, injustice, and barbarian civilized culture, but it does not have any kind of hope of that dream of Monkey Mountain, of that peace. And here it is an escape from the reality of that civilized society. Hello students.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
here, as you all heard that the way how the forest is free from the civilized society of the conventions, as well as the institutions, and that kind of law which always excludes and includes. For instance, if you look at the civilized society like Hyderabad and metropolitan city like Bangalore, Delhi, or Chennai, where there is no any kind of hope of survival by the common man, or by the tribals, because here they do not have the kind of smartness or cosmopolitan use of language. For instance, if you come to Hyderabad or somewhere else in a metropolitan city, there you have to dress like a officer, like an official, like a civilized person with branded dress and shoe. But there you may not find that kind of happiness in that kind of attire, because you are instructed to act as the place. So here, Derek Walcott criticizes that kind of cosmopolitan structure of the civilized life, where there is no any kind of humanity, and where there is no any kind of happiness and peace. Here we can see that how the software engineers, how the ministers, they violate the rules, and they feel that they are in a civilized society. So here Derek Walcott condemns that kind of structure of the civilized society, which is good for nothing, which does not have any kind of hope of survival with the happiness or humanity. So here, when you look at this kind of Derek Walcott's concerns of the post-colonialism, then we can understand how this the dream on Monkey Mountain, shows the elements of the post-colonialism from this kind of representation of resistance and social consciousness. Okay, so here you can understand how hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now all of you are able to understand Derek Walcott's dream on Monkey Mountain from the post-colonial point of view, as well as that how third world countries shows that kind of common among their concerns of the post-colonialism. So here, as and when you look at that emancipation and egalitarian society, and the way to establish that kind of self respect and dignity in this drama, that how Derek Walcott had tried to show that the Caribbean literature with the multicultural and multilingual, and here with that kind of hybridization of their representation of their history, as well as the culture or tradition. So here we can see that the way how this is a way to understand the counter discourse as well as the representation of the resistance. So when we look at Congese harvest, Ole Soyinka, as well as the Dreamer Monkey Mountain, both of them are part of the post-colonialism, as well as the writers had that kind of touch of pain of suppression, oppression, exploitation, as well as the way how they want to retaliate against the colonizer, against the master, and how they want to establish their identity from the post-colonial point of view in literature. So here, no matter of the Indian post-colonialism or the African or American, here we can see this kind of post-colonialism with that kind of whatever the retaliation and resistance, that to show the marginals to uplift themselves to establish this kind of equality among the people. So in Dreamer Monkey Mountain, here Derek Walcott had that kind of whatever the social consciousness and concerns of the Commonwealth literature, that how the literature emerged from this kind of representation of the resistance as well as the multicultural background. So here the Dreamer Monkey Mountain shows that kind of elements which are making sense of relativity of nativism and return to motherland, as well as to understand here third world countries presentation in literature shows that they are with this kind of counter discourse as well as retaliation of their master. So we can see from this kind of background as a light of that post-colonialism on the broken land of the repression, suppression, as well as exploitation. And then here the post-colonial writers had tried to show their concerns against the broken land of the barbarian society. So this is what here we can see, that it's a reaction against the master and resistance against the British Empire. And here we can see that the protagonist who had tried to empower his people to liberate from the master and the clutches of that uncivilized strategies of the master. So here we can understand how this dream on Monkey Mountain shows that kind of liberation and fraternity, equality towards that post-colonialism, towards the emancipation of the marginalized sections. So here we can see that Makok is asserted for independence by the that oppressed corporal Lestrade as a master and a jailer as a policeman, that how he always tries to control the slave in a dark side of that prison, that he should be suppressed, oppressed, and with that kind of schizophrenic nature, that is a broken identity of his native land as well as the civilized society. So here, when they look at this kind of broken identity of their personality, which is torn between the native as well as the civilized society, native land and civilized society, and then when they wish to go back to the motherland of that forest, there the monkey on the mountain, how it is free from the chains of the civilized society and how it wishes to live as it as it wishes. So this is what here Derek Walcott had tried to establish this kind of identity in Dreamer Monkey Mountain, to understand that post-colonialism has been opening the doors of the uncivilized society, and it is the representation of voice of voiceless as well as silence of untold stories. Hello, students.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a small question. On page number 168, there is one question which says, comment on the role of chorus and rituals in the play. How are we to answer such a question, sir? I mean, just focus on the chorus alone, or what implications it has?
Yeah, here if you look at the scene 1 or 2, there you can see that the unity of the chorus, and here that kind of rituals of their culture or tradition, and there you can see how Makak, who is a protagonist and leader, and if you look at this kind of background of the chorus of the people, if you look at the prologue, there you can see the jail and the introduction of corporal state and Makak, and here when you look at the scene 1, there you can understand that how it is stretched into the flashback to Monkey Mountain. So when we look at all these aspects of the Dream on Monkey Mountain, that the scene 1, that characters of the play are several. The most important being here that the way to understand how they have that kind of unity among them as tribes, as well as with that kind of rituals as a chorus. So when we look at the way to understand that kind of representation in the chorus, okay, as well as through their rituals, then we can understand that how here these chorus and rituals of their traditional background, and here with that whatever the tribes had the background of beating drums and singing songs of their cultural and traditional representation as rituals. So as I told you that here beginning of the play, that here the chorus is the representation of unity as well as rituals, and here Derek Walcott used that kind of background of the play. Here if you look at how he had tried to explore that kind of background of the chorus. So this is what you can understand how Dream on Monkey Mountain is with this kind of background. So here when we look at the way how that kind of representation of the chorus in singing songs as well as the rituals, then we can see that how their individuality as well as African culture shows that kind of identity of chorus. So we can see that how African kingdom of the past and a mixture of Christian faith with peasant background. That means we can see in the drama this kind of whatever the concerns of the rituals. So this is what we can understand how Derek Walcott had tried to establish this kind of elements of the rituals and chorus in this drama. Okay, so please you go through this scene 1, scene 2, and 3. That then here you can see that Makak suggests in these lines, he maintains that he has seen the apparition of the beautiful woman, but none of the others present there see anything. So soon Makak assumes a various stance while drums beat to a frenzy. So here when we look at this Makak's representation as the descendant of a warrior, and then here you can see that again he describes to him his business, the impact of that voice which sings sweetly to him. I feel my spine straightens, my hand grow strong, my blood was boiling like a brown river in flood. And in that frenzy, I let out cry. I began to dance with the splendor of a lion. So here, Makak, was caught up in the throes of his experience. So here you look at this kind of representation of Makak, and then you can understand how it is not only the representation of an individual, charcoal burner as Makak as a protagonist, and it is the representation of his whole tribal representation, is community. And here we can see that how they are with their rituals. So we can understand how all these aspects of the drama with that kind of stand of the singing songs of the cultural representation, as well as tradition. Okay, so please go through this, then you can understand that how to question the answer. Okay, so
Thank you, sir.
hello.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Please go through this, and then you can find out. Okay. Yeah. In any one of you say anything about the question here? Yes. Hello.
So it was that chorus and ritual only I had a doubt in, but
Please,
otherwise the
go
others
through.
are more direct.
Pardon?
The others seem to be more direct questions, but the chorus and ritual was a little.
See here, as an individual, he is the leader and representative of his community as a tribal, and there it shows that kind of chorus unity of his people, and he has that kind of rituals of his tribe, tribal concerns. And there you can see that faith in Christianity, and here Makak bears a symbolic similarity with Lord Jesus Christ, especially in the prison where he is followed by two robbers. So here, if you look at that Good Friday, Makak is able to look forward to the time of resurrection of Easter Sunday. Even his role as a healer, bears resemblance to that of Christ. The frequent references and quotations from the Holy Bible reveal familiarity of Walcott with the Christian scriptures, strengthens the similarity of Makak to the divine master. So here, the faith in Christianity, one of the aspects of that rituals celebration of Good Friday, as well as the representation of Christianity. So like that here, if you will look at the way how page number 166. Kneel and listen while I deliver the revelation of my experience. They say, I can cure well. I cannot cure, expect you want to be, except you believe that I am cured. I can cure 7 days and 7 nights, me and my friend who fall sick by the wayside. 6 days and 6 nights, we leave Monkey Mountain, crossing not pasture and dry river, like 2 levels, leaves blowing in the hot wind. You say how the divine sadness can fall on such men, a poor charcoal seller that cannot see the light, and is for what I say Africa shall make light. So here, it is the representation of Christianity and faith in, that kind of their religious concerns. So like that here, you can see in the following, paragraph that Makak experiences inner conflict. The apparition of the woman in his dreams has him, depending on her for guidance and strength. She seemed to fill a void in his a big loneliness possessed me as if I was happy once and strong, but could not remember, whereas if in some way I was not no charcoal burner. God be blessed, but a king, and I feel strongly to go down the mountain and to reach the sea, as if the place I remember was across the sea before I do this thing. Tell me who she is. So here, when you look at this kind of a background of the play, that how he questions that how the way how he was in this land and where is he from. So here it is a short way of his life, how he spent his life with this kind of suppression and oppression. And here it was mentioned that Easter Sunday, Good Friday had the biblical elements. Okay, so here all these are all part of that Christianity, as well as the representation of chorus and as a community, as well as the rituals of that Good Friday. Okay, so here you can see that how this drama is not only the representation of a person, it is the representation of the community. Okay, so we can see that the drama from this kind of background. Okay, hello. Yeah, please. Anything you wish, any one of you, please can ask a question or comment on the drama. This Derek Walcott's Dream on Monkey Mountain. Can any one of you, please, from your understanding of this drama, as you know the prologue, scene 1, 2, and 3, and how it was concluded that how a dream liberates the people from that kind of suppression, and whenever they wish to go back to their homeland. Okay, hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Here, please go through the questions. Why is Makak imprisoned? Okay, and then about sketch of Mostic.
Recording stopped.
Okay, briefly, explain the forest scene after Makak escapes from the prison. Okay, and then Makak's dream. All these are all there, so that you can see, to summarize here, that how here this prologue and epilogue are part of this post-colonial play. So, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So fine. If you go through this, then you can understand how this drama is making sense of. So, hello students, please go through the drama as you have the material, then you can understand it. Okay. So, thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Next,